What's up, guys? All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room for all Heat fans, all members of the Heat Nation. Y'all saw it, the Heat clash. I don't know what you want to call it. The Heat clash of 2022.
The skerfuffle.
The skerfuffle.
Skerfuffle.
The Sobeys skerfuffle.
The family affair.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
The family affair.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, UD, Eric Spoelstra, we're gonna jump Jimmy Butler. No, I'm just kidding. But Jimmy got in their face and talked a lot of shit. And you know, Heat culture is known for that. We talk shit. It's all family, whatever. It's in a way it's a positive work environment if you're with it. Like I'm with it. I think he's with that. Like it's just like you're transparent, you're honest. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You know that person's not gonna take it personally, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, even myself felt like Jimmy took it a little further than usual. There's a line that you don't cross, and I don't know if he crossed it, but he was on that line. He was on that line, and he was tilting over that crossing barrier. Because he was screaming at them, and he was saying shit like fighting and shit. Like we've never seriously argued, but we've gone back and forth. But I don't think I've ever been like, fight me, dog. Okay. I'll fight you right the fuck now.
All right, but here's the difference, man. We're a bunch of pussies. And these guys over here.
Speak for yourself.
These guys are grown ass fucking men. Tall ass motherfuckers. Dog motherfuckers.
Spoelstra's a regular. Well, he's like a tall regular. What is he, like 6'1", 6'2", some shit?
Yeah,
like that?
but Spoelstra will be able to do what he has to do, man. He's a freaking alpha as well. Like when it comes to that, so. That's gonna be normal when you have that type of and Heat culture, like you were saying, it breeds that. And look, man, let's be honest. If you put a mic and a camera in every NBA professionals team locker room, you're gonna see shit like that.
Bro, put a fucking mic in any corporate room, and you're gonna hear some shit.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. Is this something, nothing, or everything? If that sounds familiar, you already know why. But now we can use it because that shows the funk.
I love it. And for any lawyers that want to watch that, we're just using it for entertainment purposes.
Exactly. It's a parody. We're parodying it.
So you can suck it. Respectfully.
And so you guys know our background. We're both obviously basketball fans and have a basketball podcast, but we're also Heat fans because we're from the 305. And I don't know for sure if Cornell is going to jump on this or not, but if he does, he's also a Heat fan. So we've all been Heat fans for at least a decade now.
Forever.
And forever, yeah. Literally since, you're a child.
Yeah, definitely.
And wish I could say that about the Marlins. But
Marlins have been, unfortunately. They finally spent some fucking money.
Hey, Dolphins been spending that money too.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill. Tua. Super Bowl 2023. No, I'm just kidding. But speaking of championships, the Heat, not the Heat, the NBA championship. What does this mean, Erwin? Because we got into it. Maybe I'll post a chat here. We got a BTD trio chat. I'm not gonna post everything, but we started going a little back and forth. Yeah, and that's kind of what inspired. Like, you know what? We got to talk about this on video. And I can see that out of us three, Erwin, Andrade, and Cornell, I am easily the most objective commentator in this group.
Objective, my ass. More pessimistic, man. Like if you go to the insides of this man's mind, man, it's gonna be like, fuck the Heat. You know what, Mickey Harrison? Sell the team. Fuck them. You're fucked. No championship forever. You might as well call yourself the fucking Magic.
Is it pessimism or is it realistic?
It's a little bit of realistic. No. It's
I agree. I told you I'm a little pessimistic sometimes.
It's pessimism in a fucking costume saying that they're fucking realistic. Hey, look, Halloween's not till October, bro.
Okay, let's first talk about this fight. Do you think this is gonna affect them in like any way, positive, negative, or is it just like just a regular little dot in this whole timeline of the Heat season?
It's not major, like as people are gonna want to make it seem, but it's definitely something. All right.
Oh, okay.
I think Spo, he's well aware that the playoffs are about to begin, like in 10 or 15 games.
Yeah.
And the Heat, quite frankly, man, they have been playing like fucking ass. They have lost.
So inconsistent.
Like shit. Stephen A. Smith said this the best. The Miami Heat are talented enough to be able to make it to the finals, or I'm just paraphrasing over here, or they can be beat by anybody and get eliminated in round one.
Okay.
And Spoelstra is more than aware of that, and he's trying to light up a fucking fire up their fucking ass to get them playing the Miami Heat basketball that they're capable.
So you're saying Spoelstra wanted Jimmy to say, "I'm gonna fuck you up"?
No, not like that, man. But he's like, motherfucker, do something, man. You're Jimmy motherfucking buckets.
No.
Like, are you telling me like you're that same guy that went toe to toe with LeBron a couple years back? I want to see that.
That was many moons ago, bro.
2 years ago, not that far back. I want to see that, and they're gonna need that. So it is something, and I think something good's gonna come out of it.
Okay, I think it's something
Major,
but nah.
you think they're fucked?
Only time will tell, obviously, but I don't think it's nothing. I'll give you that, because again, this one felt a little different. We've seen the Heat team go back and forth with different players, not just this season, but with at least this core, like in previous seasons, the past 2 years, and that's normal. That's part of the Heat culture. People keep it real, and when you're keeping it real, like, you're gonna butt heads. But at the end of the day, you know, it's for the better. It's not just that there's love there, but it's also like, I know you're saying that because you want me to reach my full potential and vice versa, and you want this team to reach its full potential. But you don't tell someone to fight you.
Look, man,
and you don't tell your coach. As a player, there's a coach-player relationship dynamic that you have to respect. You should respect. You know what I mean? I think any athlete that's played like high school, college, professional, not just basketball, but sports, like, there's a line that you don't cross, at least in that sense. UD and Jimmy, sure, man, go at it, whatever. Even though that's the OG, UD's the OG, that's Miami bred, brought up, everything. There's some fans that are probably gonna be like, yo, fuck Jimmy, he can't go at UD like that. But the coach player thing to me was like, that's a little different.
They'll be fine, man. This happened.
No, they'll be fine.
This happened during the Heatles era, man. Earlier on in the Heatles era, LeBron
didn't fucking do that though.
He did something worse, man. He wanted Spoelstra's ass fired.
Yes,
he wanted Pat Riley to freaking coach.
Yeah, but LeBron's a little baby, and especially back then, he was spoiled and everything. He's spoiled now, and yeah, but he didn't fucking tell Spoelstra, fight me, or shit like that. You know what I mean? And yell at him in front of everybody. Did they have a little shouting match? They did, right? Or something like that. And I remember that even LeBron, like, butted his shoulder or something at one point.
That happened as well.
And
I believe in 2012, 2013 in the Pacers series, I think in the second round or in the conference finals. Most likely in the second round.
This guy can't remember shit, but when it comes to Heat, this guy's a fucking genius.
I mean,
he just pinpoints it.
I mean, fuck, man, it's fucking common sense. If you fucking like live there and like you actually are a genuine fan, you know, when it comes to that. I think they lost like their first game or second game versus the Pacers, and like people were like, "Oh my god, they're fucked," you know, like they're gonna break up the big three. What ended up happening? They ended up winning the next 4 games when D Wade and LeBron combine and do that shit. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. But Heat Nation needs to calm, like, the NBA Nation needs to calm down as well.
Well,
man.
What I'm a little worried about, just a smidge worried, is whether this has long-term repercussions.
No.
Like, following in the locker room, like, if, like, Bam or UD or anyone else looks at Jimmy like, you shouldn't have done that. And then Jimmy starts, like, bitching at them, like, yo, that's how I am, whatever. And then it just rubs them the wrong way. You know what I mean? Because that can happen sometimes in, like, groups of friends and groups of work, whatever. And then just kind of leaves this lingering cloud. Now I don't think it'll happen, but I think it's possible because again, it's just how
the Heat
how close this was to crossing the line.
Look, if the Heat were a dumpster fire organization, I'll be more concerned about this. But the Heat, time and time again, have shown that they're a first-class organization.
Facts. I can picture Pat bringing them all into the kind of like a principal, and he's like, Eric, Jimmy, Udonis, sit right down there. We're gonna have a talk, and then he just does a Godfather speech. And then that kind of like settles everything.
Not even, man. You were seeing it, you know, in the press conference after. They spoke to Kyle Lowry. They spoke to Coach Spo. Jimmy Butler's obviously going to speak about it eventually, and Haslam's going to be Haslam. And the unique thing about them is that they didn't avoid, like, you know, like the issue or like the elephant in the room. But at the same time, like, they didn't give like the minute details, like the good stuff about that.
Oh, of course.
Like shit, like.
You know what I can't wait?
What?
I cannot wait for Duncan Robinson to talk about this on the podcast.
Oh,
Because his co-host is gonna bring it up, and I don't know. I think I said it. You ever watch when Udonis was featured on the podcast?
That was pretty good.
Yes, and Udonis is gonna come back. He even said he'll come back. When he does, it will be talked about. And Udonis is gonna keep it real on Duncan's podcast.
To circle back on, I guess the Miami Heat. The only two things that have shown me this: the Heat need to play a lot better, because this actually happened in the second quarter. No, not in the second quarter. In the beginning of the third quarter, it was tied 50-50. And bro, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole decided, they chose violence and decided to rip the Heat a fucking new one. And they were looking horrible on defense, and all that shit happens. But okay, the point that I want to say is with these past two games, like they had no business losing to the Golden State Warriors and the Sixers when they had no Steph Curry, no Klay Thompson, no Draymond Green. The 76ers as well. I think either Joel Embiid or Harden weren't playing. Mm-hmm. Well, they had no reason for that. And it just shows how badly the Miami Heat need Hero. Because he didn't play in the Golden State game.
Well, if I remember to put the chat back up here again, you know what it tells me what the Heat need really badly?
What?
A superstar.
Shut the fuck up, man. Like I said,
Irwin.
Like I said in the chat as well.
Answer me. Does the Miami Heat in 2022 have a superstar?
They don't have a superstar.
All right, enough said.
They don't need a superstar to win at all.
Now, Irwin, please tell our audience, what do you always tell me about the NBA champions that have won without superstars? Who are they?
The 2004 Detroit Pistons and the 2014 San Antonio Spurs would like to have a discussion with you.
Yo, guys, put in the comments if you guys think Tim Duncan, Tony Parker were superstars. Kawhi Leonard were super. I don't know. I don't know.
Were they? Were they in the prime? Hell no.
All right, tell me this: did Kawhi Leonard play like a superstar in 2014?
Like I said this time and time again.
Did he play like a superstar? Just answer that, yes or no.
He did. But there's a difference between playing like a superstar and getting hot in one series and actually being a superstar. Kawhi Leonard in that finals,
like a superstar the home playoff.
He was not. Okay, that was only his third or second season. He was only averaging how many points per game? 12 to like 16 points per game. It's just one of those. LeBron. I'm like, wow,
and
fucking
shut
superstar.
Down LeBron.
When did he make the All-Star game again?
No.
Until 2016.
That's because I already told you why.
So you're gonna tell me a non-All-Star that didn't make his? If this was his superstar coming out moment, why didn't he make the All-Star game next year?
Sometimes the mainstream audience takes a while to catch up, bro. You know how it is. They could have put my boy Ja in the All-Star game his rookie year. They took a while. Could have been in there since his rookie year.
Kawhi Leonard was
at least sophomore. Luka too.
Kawhi Leonard was not a superstar at that point in that final series. Did he?
What I tell you?
Did he play like one? Yes.
They played with a chip on their shoulder. That whole team.
Okay.
What extra motivation does the Heat team have? Because that Lakers finals was 2 years ago.
What happened to the Miami Heat last year in the playoffs?
They got their ass whooped.
They got their ass whooped by the Milwaukee Bucks. Everybody, if you look on NBA Twitter, even to this day, 80% of them are cocky ass Milwaukee Bucks fans. I'm like,
they're not, bro. You're just a hater.
No, I'm like, congrats to you guys.
Man.
You won your
you're
first.
You're the same way with Heat shit. I don't know what the hell you're saying.
You won your first championship in 50 years. Congratulations. Maybe you'll win one again. Maybe in 50 years again.
They're gonna win another one this year.
No, they're not. Absolutely not.
You don't think Milwaukee has the best chance in the East to come out? I told you guys. I have a very non-objective host over here.
I think the Nets. Now that fucking the New York fucking mayor decided to throw a wrench into shit. The Bucks.
So you put the Nets and then the Bucks.
The Bucks have a chance. Obviously, out of respect.
No, not a chance.
They're not the favorites.
This guy knows nothing about basketball.
They're not the favorites. The Suns or
the Bucks are gonna turn the switch on when the playoffs come. They already have the experience. I don't think you see that. They already have the experience. They already know what it's like to turn it on and off. The Heat don't have a superstar.
Okay, but lay off that superstar thing, man. This is not like the GOAT thing. Like,
I wish I had producers on the show. And I'd be like, yo, producer Mike, show me the past 10 years how many teams without superstars. Most of them need 2 superstars to win a championship.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Milwaukee had, I was about to say LeBron, had Giannis. Lakers had LeBron. Raptors had Kawhi. Who was it before? Warriors?
Golden State for two straight. They had a fucking
KD.
They had
and
KD,
if you don't put it, they got Curry. They had two. They had
three.
KD, you want to put Clay in there.
3.5. KD, Steph, Clay,
Draymond.
and Draymond, but he's not a superstar.
He's not, but he's a superstar defensive IQ person.
Look,
LeBron in 2016.
Look, does a superstar make your path a lot easier to win a championship? Hell yeah, absolutely. Now, is it fucking impossible, like you're saying it is, to win a championship? No. At the end of the day, it's teams that win championships. Defense.
I agree, and you know I'm high on that.
The Heat are the best when it comes to defense.
But the Bucks already have team chemistry. Already have team chemistry.
Bro, get off the fucking...
Nets don't. I'm telling you the truth. Okay. I've been trying to tell you this since... What was it? January when we did the Heat Pretender for...
We'll revisit this probably in 2...
Because I'm a Heat fan. I want the Heat to win. Yeah, but like I'm not going to be here on camera lying to myself and the audience like, they're going to win.
No, I'm not lying. I'm not saying there's not the Heatles era that they're going to run over everybody. But if healthy, I can confidently say and look in the camera, the Miami Heat can make it to the finals. And whoever they face, they can beat them. Are they going to steamroll them? No.
Look, even if the Heat were to make it to the finals,
there's a better team than the 2020 bubble squad. It is. If they fucking did what they have to do, they can.
Is it? Jimmy Butler's 2 years older, and he's playing like he's.
Erwin and Andrade, I appreciate you letting me jump on. Obviously, talking about our boys down south in Wade County. You know, obviously I'm in Carolina, so that's why I said down south. But to get right into it, obviously we hit a bump in the road, a speed bump, an obstacle. And honestly, I think this is just a little bit of adversity that the Heat needed to transition over to the playoffs. Jimmy Butler, we saw it with the Timberwolves. We saw it with the Chicago Bulls. We didn't see too much in Philly, but we heard some things, right? We know he has a strong personality, and when things aren't going the right way, in his opinion, he's going to step up and say something. Obviously, we don't want him to step up to Coach Spo, but this isn't the first time this has happened. Obviously, 06 and 06 Wade and Spo had a little bit of a talk during the game, and it was during the playoffs. It was with Shaq, you know, and that championship team. You know, we know the result of it, right? We got a championship, and sometimes championship caliber teams, they're going to fight, and things are going to go on, right? So I think ultimately this is a good thing. Once again, it's going to transition over to the playoffs. It's going to light that spark for them, and they know that they know what they got to do, right? As long as they can get on the same page. And the good thing is Coach Spo is a great coach. He understands players, and we have a culture in that team that we know when things go wrong that we can get back together the next day and go back on the court, practice, whatever, and just kind of, you know, mash it up and use that to our advantage. So Coach Spo understands Jimmy Butler. Obviously, UD steps into and gets Coach Spo's back. But I think really overall, this is just going to be a nice little leaping pad or a springboard for the Heat, just so we can get ready for the playoffs and light that fire. Because, yeah, we've been kind of in that number 1, number 2 spot in the East for a while, but there's a lot of teams that are coming up that are ready to compete. So we just got to make sure that we're ready. And I wanna say this is a good thing. I honestly want to say this is a good thing, and I can't wait for the playoffs. Can't wait to see it all transition over. But you know, I got Heat in 6 against every game. We'll probably sweep some people. But I appreciate you guys letting me jump on. That's my take with it. I think we got it, man. I think the Heat's it's a good thing.
Whatever. Battery's dying right now. Right now with this thing. Let us know.
We can go on for this for hours. If you guys want us to cover the Heat again,
look,
let us know.
Obviously, I'm a little biased. Obviously, when it comes to Miami Heat, I'm wearing this fucking shit. D-Wade's one of my favorite players. But
number 3, where's
underneath my bias, I'm spitting some facts.
I keeps it real. Like, none bias.
Nah, there's definitely pessimism, like, when it comes to that. But
keeping it real.
The good thing about it is, the real answer is in the middle.
Okay, just answer me yes or no real quick. Do the Heat have someone that would stop Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Not stop him. That's
okay. All right.
That's impossible.
That's today's episode.
That's impossible. Like, nobody can stop him, but they have plenty of people that can slow him down. PJ Tucker.
We'll see.
Jimmy. They got Martin.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, we'll see who's right. If healthy,
next thing
hopefully
he's gonna be like, "Yo, Dolphins gonna win a Super Bowl with Tyreek Hill too."
Definitely not. That's delusional. Anyways, Guys, appreciate all the love and the hate. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all podcast streaming platforms. We'll catch you guys soon. For now,
Take
later.
care.